There has been a heated argument on the floor of Parliament after the Member of Parliament for Ablekuma West, Esla Usu Ekufo, raised concerns about how she has been referred to as a practitioner of LGBT activities by the Member of Parliament for Tamale Central, Ibrahim Mutala Mohammed. This comes after Esla Usu Ekufo made her submission in a debate on the promotion of proper sexual human rights and Ghanaian family values bill. City News' parliamentary correspondent Ni Aikwe Okain has more.
Parliament on Wednesday had the second reading of the promotion of proper sexual human rights and Ghanaian family values bill, during which the debate on the motion was held. Now, majority of the MPs argued in favor of the bill, calling for its passage by the House.
Mr. Speaker, as said by those arguing against the bill, I am inclined to say that if this bill is passed into law, there is no provision in any international treaty or convention that will be violated by the passage of this particular bill into law. And they have not even stated one to be violated.
Mr. Speaker, I'm very happy that this House of 275 members all endorse this bill. And we are religiously going to support the bill to pass. I am speaking to the House and supporting the bill, and also indicating the support of all our members, because our membership as Ghanaians, all Ghanaians. Mr. Speaker, Ghanaians are speaking, and Ghanaians are speaking through their members of Parliament. And Parliament is very unanimous in saying that we will pass this bill.
Any honorable member who disagrees with the submissions just made by the Honorable and the Apia Kubi, that all the 275 are in support of the bill. Anybody who disagrees, be on your feet and I will recognize
you. If our language has a description for a practice, it means it exists, unless you want to dispute that fact. However, I am not interested in what anybody does in the privacy of their own home, in what any sexual activity anybody indulges in the privacy of their own home, homosexual or heterosexual. It is incumbent on us as members of Parliament to craft a piece of legislation that protects the fundamental human rights of all Ghanaians, regardless of whatever beliefs they may have. For the avoidance of doubt and for the information of all Ghanaians, oral sex, anal sex, regardless of whether it is between man and man, or woman and woman, is illegal under our law. So if there is anybody who is practicing oral sex or anal sex today on a man or a woman, please note that what you're doing is against the existing law of this country, because it is a natural carnal knowledge. And so I will urge any woman, any young girl who is being subjected to any such practice under the guise of heterosexual sex, to know that what she is being asked to do is against our law, and to seek help from the police to stop that act from happening. Mr. Speaker, oral sex is a natural carnal knowledge. Anal sex is a natural carnal knowledge. Use of sex toys is a natural carnal knowledge, whether you do it on a man or a woman. And we need to recognize that and enforce the law of the land as it stands today.
Mr. Speaker, let us serve notice. Let us serve notice, Mr. Speaker, that Honorable Ahia, for his submission, said in 50 years there will be migration. Well, he doesn't need to wait 50 years. It's happening today. He says they'll be extinct. In fact, extinction comes when they lack people. Currently, most of the Western countries are attracting our finest brains here and offering migration programs to bring people in there because their workforce has been depleted. They have an overage population. Because, Mr. Speaker, like it is attributed to Robert Mugabe, if you put two men in a room and give them 12 months to produce as an offspring, they cannot produce an offspring. And so, Mr. Speaker, we will continue to stand here. But let me use this opportunity, Mr. Speaker, to celebrate Mr. Speaker, who has been a stalwart and a bastion for this bill. But for Mr. Speaker, this bill would most likely have been killed. Mr. Speaker has stood his ground and ensured that this bill has come this far. And I want to use this opportunity with the support of my colleague members of Parliament, since we all support this bill, to serve notice to the Western powers that we have taken judicial notice of what they have done to the Speaker of Uganda. After Uganda passed the bill, the sanctions on the Speaker of Uganda's Parliament and on the sponsors of those bills, we will serve notice as well that if they replicate same with our Speaker and members of Parliament, we will also take action against their business interest in our country. Because they serve in this country and make money from here and take back home. They cannot hold us to ransom.
However, an argument ensued between the Member of Parliament for Ablekuma West, Esla Usu-Ekufo, and the Member of Parliament for Tamale Central, Ibrahim Mutala Mohammed, over concerns raised by Esla Usu-Ekufo that she had been referred to as a promoter of LGBT activities by the MP for Tamale Central.
I sat here and repeatedly heard Honorable Mutala referred to me as a practitioner of LGBT to the hearing of everyone in this house. I sat here and repeatedly heard him
Honorable Minister,
shout at the top of his voice and refer to me as a practitioner of LGBTQ. And every single last one of you is behaving as if you didn't hear it. And if in response to that I say he is mad, it is only a madman who will refer to his colleague in this house as a practitioner of LGBTQ. When you haven't seen me having sexual intercourse with your wife or your daughter or your mother.
Honorable Minister.
When you haven't caught me having sexual intercourse with your wife or your daughter or your mother.
Honorable
you
Minister.
Sit there and refer to me in those terms. In those terms.
Honorable Minister.
And we call ourselves honorable members of this house. When you all hear it and pretend that suddenly you've lost your sense of hearing.
Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
If the Hansard comes and whatever statement you think I said is in it.
Honorable Mutala, I heard it myself. That is why I am.
Mr. Speaker, at the time you think I said something, this honorable member also said certain things. What did she say? What did she say?
Honorable Mutala.
She said a man. She said that.
Honorable Mutala.
She said that, Mr. Speaker.
You do your withdrawal. I know.
Withdraw what?
Honorable members, are you allowing me to control the House? Honorable Mutala.
Mr. Speaker, with all due respect, you cannot ask me to do something and I refuse to do it. Several statements were made by myself and my colleagues, including Honorable Estreusu. So which of the statements are you asking me to withdraw?
So, are you inviting me to say what you said?
Reporting from Parliament, my name is Ni Ayikwe Okain for City News.